50 years ago, on March 30th, 1974, the debut episode of Little House on the Prairie first aired, offering a glimpse into the daily lives of 19th-century Midwesterners. Inspired by Laura Ingalls Wilder's timeless novels, the show enthralled audiences with its impressive run of over 200 episodes spanning 9 seasons, as well as 3 television films. The program's enduring appeal can be attributed to its talented ensemble cast, who skillfully brought the residents of Walnut Grove to life. Melissa Gilbert's iconic portrayal of Laura was just one of many standout performances that contributed to the show's lasting legacy. While some cast members went on to achieve long-term success in Hollywood, others returned to their theatrical roots or stepped away from the entertainment industry altogether. As the series approaches its 50th anniversary in 2024, we take a look at the cast, both then and now. Michael Landon as Charles Ingalls. Charles Ingalls, a pivotal figure in the 1974 television series Little House on the Prairie, was brought to life by the talented actor Michael Landon, who also wore multiple hats as the show's executive producer and director. As a devoted farmer and family man, Charles navigated the trials and tribulations of pioneering life in the American Midwest alongside his wife Caroline, exemplifying a strong moral compass, unwavering dedication, and a deep love for his family. Landon, born Eugene Maurice Orowitz on October 31, 1936, in the Queens neighborhood of Forest Hills, New York, made his television debut in the 1956 episode The Mystery of Caspar Hauser on Telephone Time, playing the title character. At just 22 years old, Landon landed his breakout role as Little Joe Cartwright on the groundbreaking series Bonanza, which was one of the first shows to air in color. The series boasted an impressive cast, including Lorne Greene, Pernell Roberts, and Dan Blocker, and reached the top of the Nielsen ratings during its 6th season, remaining in the #1 spot for 3 consecutive years. Landon's personal life was marked by both joy and tragedy. He was married 3 times and fathered 9 children. In 1959, his father passed away suddenly from a heart attack, and in 1973, his eldest daughter Cheryl was involved in a devastating car accident near Tucson, Arizona, which left her seriously injured and hospitalized. She was the sole survivor of the crash. Landon's mother, Peggy, passed away in March 1981. The actor was open about his struggles with addiction, admitting to being a heavy smoker and drinker. Tragedy struck again when Landon began experiencing severe headaches while on a skiing trip in Utah on April 2, 1991. Just 3 days later, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, which had already begun to affect the surrounding tissues and blood vessels. On July 1, 1991, at the age of 54, Landon passed away in Malibu, California at 1:20 p.m., surrounded by his loved ones. At the time of his death, Landon's net worth was estimated to be equivalent to $40 million in today's dollars. Lindsay and Sidney Greenbush as Carrie Ingalls. Carrie Ingalls, the youngest child of Charles and Caroline Ingalls, is a beloved character known for her fearless nature, affection for animals, and vivid imagination. Fans adore Carrie's character for her innocence and optimistic outlook. The role of Carrie was played by identical twin sisters, Rachel Lindsay Renee Bush and Sydney Robin Dani Bush, born on May 25, 1970, who are former American Child actresses. They shared the role of Carrie in the popular drama series Little House on the Prairie, alternating in the part. Born in Los Angeles to actor Billy Greenbush and Carol K. Bush, the twins have an older brother, Clay, who is also an actor. In 1983, Lindsay made a guest appearance in an episode of Matt Houston, playing the role of an abuse victim, and also starred in the film Hambone and Hilly. The twins appeared in numerous commercials, including ads for Double Mint Gum, Mattel Toys, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. In 1988, the twins decided to retire from acting to focus on their education at a public school. Sidney was married to horse breeder William Rocky Foster for 9 years, until his passing at the age of 55 in 2009. Lindsay has been married to Sanchez since 2014, whom she originally met on the Little House set at Big Sky Ranch in Simi Valley, where exterior scenes were filmed when she was a child and he was a teenager living nearby. She has mentioned that Michael Landon allowed him to watch the filming at Big Sky Ranch. Decades later, they reconnected and got married in the same location where they first met. Karen Grassle as Caroline Ingalls. Caroline Ingalls, the devoted wife of Charles Ingalls and mother of their children, is the emotional core of the Ingalls family. She is renowned for her unwavering values, nurturing instincts, and her role as the family's caregiver. Caroline is often regarded as the heartbeat of the family, providing unconditional love, support, and guidance to her loved ones. Karen Grassle, the talented actress who portrayed Caroline, was born in Northern California and relocated to Ventura with her family at the age of 5. Following her early beginnings in theater, including summers at the Stanford Contemporary Workshop and the Colorado Shakespeare Festival, Grassle's professional career took off with a season at the Front Street Theater in Memphis, Tennessee, after returning from her time at the Francisco Playhouse in London. Over the years, she has appeared in various commercials, including a promotional campaign for Premier Bathrooms, a supplier of bathing products for seniors and those with disabilities. In 2021, Grassle starred in the film Not to Forget, alongside esteemed actors Cloris Leachman, Louis Gossett Jr., Tatum O'Neal, George Chakiris, and Olympia Dukakis. The film, directed by Valerio Zanoli, aims to raise awareness and funds for the fight against Alzheimer's disease. Grassle's memoir, Bright Lights, Prairie Dust, Reflections on Life, Loss, and Love from Little House's Ma, was published on November 16, 2021, by She Writes Press. At the time of publication, Grassle resided in the San Francisco Bay Area with her son, Zach Radford. The book chronicles her struggles with addiction, as well as her complicated relationship with her former co-star, Michael Landon. Grassle alleged that Landon frequently made disparaging remarks about her on the set of Little House, often in front of other cast and crew members, who would laugh at his comments. Grassle also claimed that her relationship with Landon became strained after she requested a salary increase, which he refused to grant her. Karen Grassle's net worth is estimated to be $500,000. Katherine MacGregor as Harriet Olsen. Harriet Olsen, the spoiled daughter of affluent merchant Nels Olsen, was notorious for her haughty demeanor and malicious conduct, frequently clashing with the Ingalls family. Her character was often portrayed as a malevolent presence on the show. Born Dorley Dean MacGregor on January 12, 1925 in Glendale, California, to Ralph S. MacGregor and Beatrice E. Willard, Katherine MacGregor spent most of her early years in Fort Collins, Colorado, after her family relocated there. She earned a degree in drama from Northwestern University and moved to New York City in 1949. As Scotty MacGregor, she began her theatrical career in the 1950s, performing on and off Broadway in productions such as The 7-Year Itch and Handful of Fire, and landing small uncredited roles like A Dock Worker's Mother on the Waterfront, Alice Thorne, The Traveling Executioner, and Miss Boswell, The Student Nurses. Following her stint on Little House on the Prairie, she shifted her focus to local theater and devoted herself to the Hindu faith, teaching acting to youngsters at the Wee Hollywood Vedanta Players before retiring in the early 2000s. In 2014, she shared an in-depth account of her life and career for the book Prairie Memories by Patrick Loubatiere. MacGregor was married to actor Burt Remsen from 1949 to 1950 and to actor, director, and educator Edward G. K. Martin, who was 14 years her junior, from August 1969 to October 1970. She had no children. During her recovery from addiction, MacGregor converted to Hinduism. Unfortunately, she was unable to participate in the series finale of Little House on the Prairie, as she was on a spiritual journey to India at the time of filming. MacGregor passed away in November 2018 at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in Woodland Hills, Los Angeles, at the age of 93, with no cause disclosed. At the time of her passing, her net worth was approximately $1 million. Jonathan Gilbert as Willie Olsen. Willie Olsen, the offspring of Nels and Harriet Olsen, is infamous for his troublesome behavior, frequently getting into mischief and causing chaos. However, beneath his rough exterior, Willie has a more gentle side and can be a devoted companion. Jonathan Gilbert, the actor who portrayed Willie, was born on April 28, 1967. He is the adopted child of thespians Barbara Cowan, née Barbara Crane, and Paul Gilbert, and the adopted sibling of actresses Melissa Gilbert and Sarah Gilbert. In 1979, Gilbert appeared in the television film The Little House Years as Willie Olsen, as well as in another TV movie, The Miracle Worker, playing the role of Jimmy based on the Little House on the Prairie television series, including Little House, Look Back to Yesterday, and Little House, The Last Farewell. According to Melissa Gilbert's memoir, Jonathan relocated from California at the age of 18. And had no further contact with her for reasons unknown to her. Her autobiography reveals that he is a financial broker residing in New York City. However, Jonathan reunited with his sister Melissa and the cast of Little House for the show's 50th anniversary celebration in Simi Valley on March 22, 2024. Melissa Sue Anderson as Mary Ingalls. Mary Ingalls, the eldest child of Charles and Caroline Ingalls, is renowned for her exceptional intelligence, compassionate nature, and her courageous battle with visual impairment. Throughout the series, Mary's character undergoes significant growth as she learns to adapt to her disability and becomes a beacon of hope and inspiration for her family and community. Melissa Sue Anderson, the actress who portrayed Mary, was born on September 26, 1962, in Berkeley, California, as the second of two daughters to James and Marian Anderson. Her entry into the entertainment industry was facilitated by a dance teacher who encouraged her parents to find her an agent. After appearing in numerous commercials, she quickly gained recognition for her television roles. One of her earliest appearances was in a 1972 episode of Bewitched, titled Tabitha's First Day of School, where she played the role of Millicent, a young girl who shared a kiss with Bobby. That same year, she also appeared in an episode of Shaft. Anderson was inducted into the Western Performers Hall of Fame at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. In 1999, she starred alongside Heather Langenkamp in the short-lived television series Partners. In 2014, Anderson made an uncredited appearance as Stosh's mother in the neo-noir mystery comedy drama film Veronica Mars, 2014. In 2010, Anderson published her autobiography, The Way I See It, A Look Back at My Life, which primarily focuses on her experiences as a child star on Little House on the Prairie. The book offers behind-the-scenes stories, anecdotes, and insights about the show, its cast, guest stars, and crew members. Additionally, the autobiography explores her pre- and post-Little House career, as well as her personal life and how it was impacted by her career. Anderson married television writer and producer Michael Sloan in 1990, and they have two children, Piper and Griffin. The family relocated to Montreal in 2002 and obtained Canadian citizenship on Canada Day in 2007. Melissa Sue Anderson's net worth is estimated to be $1.5 million. Allison Arngrim as Nellie Olsen. The infamous Nellie Olsen, a frequent presence in the 1974 television series Little House on the Prairie, was brought to life by actress Allison Arngrim. As the younger sibling of Willie Olsen and the daughter of Nels and Harriet Olsen, Nellie was notorious for her entitled and obnoxious behavior, often finding herself at odds with Laura Ingalls. Her character served as a stark contrast to the humble lifestyle of the Ingalls family, highlighting the vast difference between their simple life and the Olsens' affluence and privilege. Allison Arngrim's mother, Norma Macmillan, was a talented voice actress from Vancouver, British Columbia, who lent her voice to beloved characters such as Casper, Gumby, and Sweet Polly Purebred. Arngrim has been open about the traumatic experiences of her childhood, including the alleged abuse she suffered at the hands of her brother, which began when she was just 6 years old and continued until she was 9. In addition to her iconic role as Nellie Olsen, Arngrim also showcased her comedic talents with the release of the album Here's Amy, in which she portrayed the role of Amy Carter. Her mother made a guest appearance on the album, having previously voiced the Kennedy children on Vaughn Meader's Comedy Records. Following her time on Little House, Arngrim went on to make guest appearances on popular television shows such as The Love Boat and Fantasy Island. She was also a regular panelist on the short-lived game show Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. In 2006, Arngrim began to forge a successful career on the French stage, collaborating with her friend and colleague Patrick Loubatière. In 2017, she took on the role of Emily Brent in the Judson Theater Company's production of Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None in Pinehurst, North Carolina. Arngrim has also penned an autobiography, Confessions of a Prairie Bitch, How I Survived Nellie Olsen and Learned to Love Being Hated, which was published in 2010. Today, Allison Arngrim's net worth is estimated to be around $400,000. Dabs Greer as Reverend Robert Alden. He is the spiritual leader of Walnut Grove Church and a close acquaintance of the Ingalls family. Reverend Alden is renowned for his insight, compassion, and moral direction. He frequently offers advice and solace to the Ingalls family during times of hardship. Greer was born in Fairview, Missouri, the son of Bernice Irene, née Dabbs, an educator, and Randall Alexander Greer, a pharmacist. When Greer was a toddler, the family relocated to the larger Anderson, Missouri, 30 miles, 48 kilometers, away. At the age of 8, he began participating in juvenile theater productions. Greer's cinematic debut was as an extra in the 1938 film Jesse James, which was primarily filmed around Pineville, Missouri. As reported in the Neo Show Daily in 2002, the pay was $5 per day, a substantial sum in those days, more than we had seen in a long time. From 1992 to 1996, he focused on the spiritual well-being of the townspeople in the fictional town of Rome, Wisconsin, as Reverend Henry Novotny in Picket Fences. He also made a guest appearance on an episode of Charles in Charge as Buzz Powell. Greer's final film role was a notable performance as 108-year-old Paul Edgecombe in The Green Mile, 1999, starring Tom Hanks as the younger Edgecombe. Greer's last television appearance was in a 2003 episode of Lizzie McGuire. Although most of Greer's approximately 700 film and television appearances were in supporting roles, he told the Albany Times-Union in an interview in 2000 that every character in their own right is the main character. Greer passed away on April 28, 2007, at Huntington Hospital in Pasadena due to kidney failure and heart disease. At the time of his passing, Dabbs Greer's net worth was estimated to be $2 million. Richard Bull as Nels Olsen. Nels Olsen is the proprietor of the Walnut Grove Mercantile Store. He is infamous for his rigid and dictatorial attitude, frequently portrayed as a malevolent character in the series. He often clashes with Charles Ingalls and the Ingalls family due to their disparate social and economic backgrounds. Bull was born on June 26, 1924, in Zion, Illinois. After residing in Los Angeles for many years, he relocated to Chicago in 1994 with his spouse, Barbara Collentine. The couple later moved to the Motion Picture and Television Fund residence from Chicago in September 2012. Bull launched his theatrical career at the renowned Goodman Theater in Chicago. He revealed that a minor role in the greatest story ever told paved the way for numerous opportunities. Director George Stevens was impressed by Bull's emotional depth, and that directly led to his casting as an FBI agent in The Satan Bug, Bull stated. He made over 100 film and television appearances throughout his career. Bull passed away on the morning of February 3, 2014, at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in Calabasas, California, due to complications from pneumonia. He was 89 years old at the time of his passing. Kevin Hagen as Dr. Hiram Baker. Dr. Baker, the esteemed physician of Walnut Grove, is renowned for his benevolent and empathetic demeanor, always ready to lend a helping hand to those in need. He is a trusted confidant and counselor to the Ingalls family. Hagen, born in Chicago, Illinois, was the son of professional ballroom dancers Håkon Olaf Hagen and Marvel Lucille Wadsworth. After his father abandoned the family, Hagen was raised by his mother and aunts. He later relocated to Portland, Oregon, where one of his aunts had secured a teaching position. Hagen's first recurring role on a series was in 1958, playing the role of John Colton, the city administrator of New Orleans, in the CBS Western Yancey Derringer. On April 29, 1962, Hagen was cast in the episode Court of Lawmen. He made guest appearances on numerous popular shows, including Gunsmoke, The Big Valley, Bonanza, Laramie, Have Gun, Will Travel, Mannix, The Time Tunnel, and Perry Mason, with 3 notable appearances on the latter. In 1992, Hagen moved to Grants Pass in southwestern Oregon, where he performed in various concerts, dinner theaters, and stage productions in Medford, Ashland, and Grants Pass, including a one-man show titled A Playful Dose of Prairie Wisdom. In 2004, Hagen was diagnosed with esophageal cancer. He passed away on July 9, 2005, at his home in Grants Pass, leaving behind his wife, Jan, whom he married in 1993, and his son, Christopher. Victor French as Isaiah Edwards. Isaiah Edwards is a skilled craftsman and a confidant of Charles Ingalls. He is renowned for his physical prowess, integrity, and unshakable dedication. As a pillar of the Walnut Grove community, he is a trusted ally to the Ingalls family. Victor French shared the screen with his father in 2 episodes of the popular series Gunsmoke, Prime of Life, and The Wishbone, in which he was credited as Victor French, both in 1966. Victor French's father, Ted French, passed away in 1978. French also appeared in the war drama The Quick and the Dead, 1963, a production of the Theater Arts Department of Los Angeles Valley College in Van Nuys, where Victor French was involved. In 1976, he made a guest appearance in an episode of the Western series Sarah. In 1982, he played the role of the stepfather of Paula Pokrivki, portrayed by Deborah Winger, in the film An Officer and a Gentleman. He also co-starred with Michael Landon as Mark Gordon from 1984 to 1989. Victor French was a devoted father to 2 daughters and a son. He succumbed to lung cancer at the age of 54 on June 15, 1989, at Sherman Oaks Community Hospital in Los Angeles, California, just 3 months after his diagnosis. Merlin Olsen as Jonathan Garvey. Jonathan Garvey, the husband of Alice Garvey and the father of Andrew Garvey, moved to Walnut Grove and worked on his land and at the mill with Charles Ingalls. When the Garveys' barn burned down, Alice took a job at the post office, which angered Jonathan and almost led to their divorce. Thankfully, they resolved their issues and remained married. Logan, Utah, was where his parents, Merle Barris and Lynn J. Olsen, graduated from Utah State University, USU, and began their careers. After college, Olsen received offers from both the Los Angeles Rams and the Denver Broncos, but chose the NFL and signed with the Rams. His first contract was for $50,000 for 2 years, plus a signing bonus, which was significantly higher than the average football player's salary of $12,000 at the time. He was the first USU Aggie to be drafted in the first round of the NFL draft. Olsen was also a commercial spokesman for FTD Florists and El Paseo Bank, and appeared in Sigma Chi fraternity promotional campaigns. He and his brother Phil were life-loyal SIGs, significant SIGs. On March 30th, 1962, Olsen married Susan Walkley, and they had 3 children, Kelly, Jill, and Nathan. Olsen was a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and lived in San Marino, California. Diagnosed with peritoneal mesothelioma in 2009, he underwent chemotherapy and filed a lawsuit against several companies for allegedly exposing him to asbestos. Olsen died on March 11, 2010, at City of Hope National Medical Center at age 69. His net worth at the time of his death was $25 million. Matthew Labyorteaux as Albert Quinn Ingalls. Albert Quinn Ingalls, a young boy whose biological father was Jeremy Quinn, spent his childhood in orphanages and faced bullying due to his small size. Despite his efforts to fight back, he eventually ran away and survived on his own in a big city. Charles and Caroline Labyorteaux were born in Los Angeles and adopted by interior designer Ronald Labyorteaux and actress Frances Marshall. Matthew is the younger brother of Patrick, also adopted and an actor. Jane began working in commercials at the age of 7, having been discovered while accompanying Patrick to a casting call. He soon landed his first dramatic role in A Woman Under the Influence. More recently, Labyorteaux has worked as a voice actor, providing characteristics in video games and animated features, additional dialogue recording in film and television, and voiceover in advertisements. He is also a skilled video game player. In October 1981, he finished in 10th place for Centipede at the Atari Incore World Championships, and in April 1982, he became the United States Pac-Man champion with a score of 1,200,000. In 1992, Matthew and Patrick founded the Youth Rescue Fund, a charity organization that assists young people in crisis. The organization is no longer active. On July 17, 2020, Labyorteaux married his wife Leslie, and he is the stepfather to her 2 children. Matthew Labyorteaux's net worth is estimated to be around $400,000. Dean Butler as Almanzo James Wilder. Almanzo Wilder, the love interest and future spouse of Laura Ingalls Wilder, is a pivotal character in the show as they collectively face the hardships of pioneering life. Dean Butler, the actor who portrays Almanzo, was born in Prince George, British Columbia, and raised in Piedmont, California. He pursued a degree in communication arts at the University of the Pacific in Stockton, California. Butler's acting career commenced with a minor role in the 1978 TV movie Forever, based on Judy Blume's novel of the same name, which was part of the TV series The Streets of San Francisco. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Butler made guest appearances on various television shows, including Murder, She Wrote, and co-starred alongside the late Gary Coleman in The Kid with the 200 IQ. He also appeared in the films Desert Hearts and The Final Goal. In addition to his screen work, Butler has a background in theater. He performed in the musical production of Stephen Sondheim's work and was part of the original Broadway cast of Into the Woods as Rapunzel's Prince. He also played the role of Tony in the international production of West Side Story and appeared in a regional production of Company. In his personal life, Butler is married to actress Catherine Cannon, who played the role of Felice Martin on the TV series Beverly Hills 90210. The two met when Cannon auditioned for the female lead in the Michael Landon series, Father Murphy. They currently reside in Los Angeles, California. Dean Butler's net worth is estimated to be around $1 million. Charlotte Stewart as Eva Beadle. Charlotte Stewart, affectionately known as Miss Beadle, was the dedicated educator at the Walnut Grove Schoolhouse, and the first instructor, Mary and Laura Ingalls, had outside of their mother's guidance. Stewart honed her craft at the prestigious Pasadena Playhouse. Her inaugural acting role was in the 1960 episode The Glass Cage on The Loretta Young Show. Throughout her career, she made numerous guest appearances on a wide range of television shows, from the classic Western series Bonanza to the modern comedy The Office, and had a recurring role as Betty Briggs on the cult favorite Twin Peaks. Stewart was also a prolific actress in television commercials. Her notable film credits include the surrealist classic Eraserhead and the sci-fi horror film Tremors. In her personal life, Stewart has been married 4 times. Her first marriage was to actor Tim Considine, whom she met in 1961 while working on the TV show My 3 Sons. They tied the knot in 1965, but parted ways in 1969. Her second marriage to magician Jordan Hahn took place in the late 1970s and ended in the early 1980s. In 1992, Stewart wed her third husband, David Banks, who sadly passed away in 2012. Following his death, she found love again with Michael Santos, and the couple married in 2015. In 2015, Stewart published her memoir, Little House in the Hollywood Hills, a self-published account of her life and career. Melissa Gilbert as Laura Ingalls. Laura Ingalls was the second of 5 siblings to Caroline and Charles Ingalls in the lush pine woods surrounding Pepin, Wisconsin. As a young girl, Laura was the adventurous type among her sisters, often opting for outdoor pursuits like fishing or playing ball over more traditional feminine activities. Melissa Gilbert, on the other hand, entered the world on May 8, 1964, in Los Angeles, California, to Kathy Wood and David Darlington, a newly betrothed couple who made the decision to place her up for adoption shortly after her birth. Gilbert's early forays into television included appearances in numerous commercials, one of which featured Lorne Greene, the on-screen patriarch of Michael Landon's family in the hit series Bonanza. Interestingly, Gilbert also shared a classroom with Landon's own daughter, Leslie. Throughout her career, Gilbert has maintained a steady presence on television. She took on the role of Jean Donovan in the 1983 biographical drama Choices of the Heart and played Anna Sheridan in a trio of episodes of Babylon 5 alongside her then-husband Boxleitner in 1996. Additionally, Gilbert lent her voice to the character of Batgirl in the animated series Batman, the animated series during the 1990s, although she was later replaced by voice actress Tara Strong in the follow-up series The New Batman Adventures. Gilbert's personal life has seen its share of romantic entanglements. She was married to actor Bo Brinkman from 1988 until their divorce in 1994, and later tied the knot with actor Bruce Boxleitner in 1995, a union that lasted until 2011. In January 2013, Gilbert's representative announced her engagement to actor Timothy Busfield, and the couple exchanged vows on April 24, 2013. The pair resided in Howell, Michigan from 2013 to 2018 before relocating to New York City later that year. Also in 2018, the couple acquired a charming cottage in the Catskill Mountains of upstate New York, which they have been renovating with the intention of making it their permanent residence. Melissa Gilbert's net worth is estimated to be around $500,000. The Ingalls family and their associates have demonstrated the significance of family, determination, and the unwavering spirit of humanity. As we contemplate their voyage, let us recall the enduring lessons they have imparted upon us. Thank you for accompanying us on this heartwarming expedition. Until we convene again, may the recollections of Little House on the Prairie persist in motivating and pleasing us.